you're a favorite actor of Shanaz Gill, so would you like to work with her some stage? She wants to.
Of course, I think she's got this great comic timing, and she's very unique. I think she's very sweet. Yeah.
Huma Qureshi or Monica, who has a better sense of humor?
Huma Qureshi any day.
Yay! You're the best.
Your favorite song of R.D. Burman apart from Monica?
R.D. Burman, Mehbooba oh Mehbooba.
All right, Radhika Apte and Netflix are a perfect couple because
they both make great content. Well, while making it, of course, you like a script and you do start filming for it. But while making it, you get a feeling. I enjoy playing characters which have some shades. And anyways, I think in life, all of us are gray. Nobody's just so righteous.
And you like watching similar sort of content as well?
I watch a lot of content, Faridoon. I watch almost everything that's available, I think, on Netflix. I've heard people saying that, everything is great about the film. You guys are good, story is good, Basan is good. But music really stands out for them.
And what about lyrics? Lyrics, they're wicked, actually.
Yeah, Varun Grover, we all know he's so talented. Yeah, he's given us some really good songs in past as well.
I think for any great actor, you have to just lose your inhibition and be inhibitionless in front of the camera, because that's what this character is all about.
And I think it's a process. Like, it's not that you can. It's not like a button that goes on. I think it takes its own amount of time. The idea is, as an actor, that all you can do is just show up every day and try and do your best.
What is the importance of body language?
I think body language is a part and parcel of the whole process. I won't say it's a different one. It's a different identity altogether.
You had this session with Shanaz Gill recently, and where you guys were talking about the fact that good acting is when you're not acting.
I think it doesn't only count for acting. I think everything that you do in life, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, there's no point doing it, because it will show in your work. I think that's the bottom line for everything, every profession in the world.
You should, every single day when you wake up, you should really be inspired to go and work. And it's not easy what we do. Like, someday you're doing an action sequence, someday you're doing something really dramatic, someday you're not sometimes shooting in the most exotic location. It's really hard work.
सबसे बड़ी mystery तो वो है कि that बच्चा किसका है? And she's so convincing with everyone.
सबने जितना पार्टिसिपेशन किया, उनको उतना परसेंटेज तो कंट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ेगा. It's a community child.
Raj, welcome on Connect FM Canada.
Thank you so much.
All right, so congratulations, fantastic reviews.
Yeah. Good feeling.
Tell me, when you read a script and when you're filming any project whatsoever, do you have this gut feeling that this is something that is going to be special?
Well, while making it, of course, you like a script and you do start filming for it. But while making it, you get a feeling. And I think in 3-4 days only, you understand the synergy on set, and you get that feeling that whether it's going to be a good one or whether you're stuck and you have to finish it now.
Do you personally like characters which are hard to predict and which can be having various shades of gray?
As an actor, I enjoy that. I enjoy playing characters which have some shades. And anyways, I think in life, all of us are gray. Nobody's just so righteous. So I feel that's very human. And I like portraying characters which are very human, very relatable, and very real in nature. I like doing that. When, there are some shades to it, like there are times when your character is saying something, but there's something else going on in his mind. I think that is fun. That's fun of doing a scene.
And you like watching similar sort of content as well?
I watch a lot of content, Faridoon. I watch almost everything that's available, I think, on Netflix. So I do watch a lot of content. And it's a mixed bag of drama, thriller, sometimes comedies. Yeah. But mostly I like watching drama as a genre. Yeah.
All right. And a lot of things are being said about Vas and Bala, and
yeah,
in a way, maybe his best work, and something that is really interesting. But do you feel that an interesting director? Maybe
he is a very, very interesting director. He's got such a unique voice when it comes to filmmaking. I think he sees things from a very different lens. Like when you read Monica's script, it's a good script. It's a very good read, and you imagine in your mind, like how it would shape up. But I remember we finished shooting and I was very happy with it. But when I saw the film, I was blown away. I think the way he packaged things, the way the editing, the music, which I never imagined would be something like this, which Achint and Vasan, they've done a great job with the music, with the background music of the film. And to get that whole retro vibe and all those small Easter eggs, his homage to different directors and to different films that he loves. I think it's all him. It's all his mind. Whatever Monica is today, I think it's all Vasan's vision that we all were following.
A lot of people there, they're absolutely just, I think, raving about the music part of it, and it's like a very important character.
It is. I think it really added a lot. I've heard people saying that everything is great about the film. You guys are good, story is good, Vasan is good, but music really stands out for them. Because I think it's been a while that we have heard an album which everything about that album is great. It's so retro in nature, but still so modern. And I think that balance that Vasan and Achint, they have done it really well. I think kudos to them how they have even thought of doing something like this. It's such a modern film. It's such a slick noir thriller. But for them to think that let's do retro to this. Like Vasan always says, this is his music, which is based on Shankar Jaikishan. Of course, there's a lot of R.D. Burman also in it, but his inspiration was Shankar Jaikishan. So I think I'm very happy. Like I myself, I love the music. I listen to a couple of songs almost every day while traveling in my car. It's got that vibe. It's got that hook to it.
And what about the lyrics? Lyrics, they're wicked, actually.
Yeah, Varun Grover, we all know he's so talented. Yeah, he's given us some really good songs in past as well. I think the lyrics really, and it goes so well with the story and with characters. It's not like just for the heck of it, just for a situation they have written anything. It takes the story forward. It actually tells you what's happening in the character's mind or what's happening in the situation. Everything was done, I think, very thoughtfully. There was like a lot of thought behind each and every word that's there in the song. And Varun is phenomenal. Again, he's somebody who thinks out of the box, who's not your regular guy who would just write for the situation. He would think about the story, he would think about the character, and then he would take it.
Okay, now like a black comedy, or maybe I think any film that is so heavily depending on timing of actors.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get the timing right, I think a lot of things they will fall flat completely.
Yeah.
How crucial is that volleying with actors who are so competent and throwing back at you?
I think none of us were that way competent. We all were serving to the written material. We all are very secure people, very secure actors, and we were actually there to support each other. Like when there were scenes which I know is like Radhika's character was this Inspector Naidu, ACP Naidu, and she would play this very confident, high status girl and who knows everything. And for me in that situation, I would just let her be, or Huma. Like we would always respect the scene. We would never be like, okay, let me do something here because I want to. I think that's a very small thinking. Only insecure people do that. And none of us are insecure actors. We are very happy in what we do. And we really enjoy what we do. There was never a single moment that I can say that, oh, that happened, or we went into an argument or a discussion that, maybe I should say this and she should say something like this. We were just really enjoying the whole process. And again, the credit goes to Vasan because he himself is such an amazing guy. He's such a pure soul. He's a gentleman. He's a thorough gentleman. And we just looking at him, we would be so happy because he's always giving this positive vibe, and he would keep the environment so happy on set that everybody was just really enjoying what they were doing.
Great. So, basically, I meant competent. I didn't say competitive actors. I meant competent. In terms of all of the actors, they're so good in their own skin that I think somehow they're bringing in nuances and surprising the audience. And उसमें कहीं ना कहीं जो एक तालमेल होता है वो बहुत ही seamless है. It's like everyone is enjoying.
I think, as I said earlier, because we all are so secure and we all are friends in a way. We've known each other for many years now, like me, Radhika, Huma, Vasan. I've known these guys for many, many years, and they're all friends. It's always fun to work with friends. When you work with friends, I think, and who are super talented, it in a way, it makes your job easy. because you're reacting to whatever great is happening in front of your eyes.
So, Huma, congratulations. I think a deliciously wicked character. I'm sure that you must have really had a great time doing it.
I had a blast, yeah. I had a blast, and it's such a great cast and a great crew to be a part of, and everyone's like super, like amazingly collaborative and talented. So it was just fun playing, and acting with everyone, and Vasan, of course, like who sort of got all of us together in this beautiful, beautiful film. So I'm very happy. I had a lot of fun, and I'm just really happy for all the love that the film is getting.
At what point of time in your career you realized, or maybe you were told, that I think for any great actor, you have to just lose your inhibition and be inhibitionless in front of the camera, because that's what this character is all about.
Right. I think one always knows it, but I think knowing something and doing something are two separate things.
Right.
And I think it's a process. Like it's not that you can. It's like it's not like a button that goes on. It's I think it takes its own amount of time. The idea is, as an actor, that all you can do is just show up every day and try and do your best. uh, you know I know, of course, I mean, I'm not the actor when I started acting. But I feel like it's all the films and the roles that I tried to do something, and maybe some of them worked. I think I learned more from the ones that didn't work, because that actually propelled you to work harder, not getting it right, as opposed.
Okay, and both you and Raj, what is the importance of body language for you guys? Because I think, Huma, your character is all about body language. The way she enters the room, it's like she literally owns it.
Raj, you go first.
Body language is not a separate identity, I would say. When you start preparing for a character, you like, for me, it's a very internal process. I don't really and all most of the times it's not like every character is giving you an opportunity to have a different body language. There are few where you can be a totally different guy physically. But I think body language is a part and parcel of the whole process. I won't say it's a different one. It's a different identity altogether. So for me, it's very, as I said, it's internal to external. So when I get the psyche of the character right, then I think my body just starts behaving the way it should behave. But in Huma's case, of course, she was playing something very unique that she hasn't done earlier. So I think, yeah, she would be able to tell you more about her
Yeah, because
body.
I think body language in her portrayal is very, very crucial.
I think what really helped, if I may add, is that I have not really ever worn a lot of heels when I'm playing. I mean, I know it sounds very like superficial, but it's actually true, because sometimes you do these small things for a character, and they kind of, because mostly, like you're conscious that I should not look taller than my hero. And I remember talking to Vasan also, and Vasan was like, no, in fact, I want you to look taller, not just taller than Raj, but taller than everybody else, because that's just Monica. So she'll not ever shy away from. And when you wear heels and when you wear all that, suddenly your posture and Monica has that strut. I don't know, it just came. I think once you get into character, once you walk out into set, once you see the vibe of the room, I think it just happens. I mean, I didn't plan it ki acha main aise chalne wali hu, I'm going to do that. I think it happened. It happens organically. And if you think about it too much, I think that's when I think it starts looking artificial. It starts looking like a put on, which is what nobody ever wants, right? The idea is not to pretend to have like a different walk. The idea is to actually have a different walk. So sometimes you do these things. Like when I wear a sari for Maharani, your walk changes only because you walk differently when you have like a sari draped around you, and then you wear. So I think it's small things sometimes that help you find something new, within that character. So it's just that. And yeah, Raj is right. I've never had an opportunity to play a character like this. So I was like, I'm going to be as devilish as possible. And he was really amazing to work with, because, I think it was so much give and take. And I remember Vasan just threw both of us in on the first day with our like an introduction scene and our fight scene. So we were like, oh my God, these are the hardest two scenes we have. And we literally were performing. And first time we were acting together. Of course, we are friends. But first time to really act, even with somebody before, is kind of like unnerving, and to jump into the most hectic scenes of the film. But I think they turned out well.
Okay, now Raj, you had this session with Shehnaz Gill recently, and where you guys were talking about the fact that good acting is when you're not acting.
Yeah.
Okay, how important is for you, and I think and Huma as well, both of you, to enjoy the process so that it just becomes maybe
That's the
as
bottom line.
effortless.
And it's not only, I think it doesn't only count for acting. I think everything that you do in life, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, there's no point doing it because it will show in your work. I think that's the bottom line for everything, every profession in the world, that you really need to love what you do. And then everything, I think it's secondary. And in our case, I can say all of us who are in the film genuinely love what they do.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And Huma, what about you?
No, I completely agree with Raj. I think we all have love for what we do. We love the film more than anything else, and all of us are very happy, like being part of it. And I think it shows in just how you approach your work and how you are on set, how you act, how you are with your colleagues. It just reflects in every aspect of your life. And I think if you're not having fun, then don't do it. Then do something else, because clearly this is not your calling. You should, every single day when you wake up, you should really be inspired to go and work. And it's not easy what we do. Like someday you're doing an action sequence, someday you're doing something really dramatic, someday you're not sometimes shooting in the most exotic location. It's really hard work, and behind the scenes is not so glamorous and not so comfortable. But the only thing that you're doing is the fact that you know that when you finish that film or that piece of work will be there forever. Like it will be there for posterity. And that is the magic I think all of us live for.
Okay, many a times it happens that actors, when we speak to them, so they talk about the fact that don't judge the character, don't judge what the person is doing. But मुझे लगता है कि आप तो मतलब ये सोच रहे होंगे जब शूटिंग हो रही होगी इसके बाद में भी, I think बेस्ट तरीका है कि इसको जितना जज कर सकते हो उतना जज करो, because that's what makes it so interesting and exciting as far as Monica is concerned.
No, I don't think so. I never judge Monica. None of us ever judge Monica or any of the characters. Own it. It's like saying कि अच्छा तुम्हारे बारे में तो बुरा बोलते हैं, bear it as like a badge of honor. क्या बोलेंगे? Make that like your calling card almost. In fact, someone said in an interview, she said, Vampire, not at all. She's just living her life. If James Bond goes around, seducing women to get what he wants, how different is Monica? She's James Bond in a red dress. इतना ही फर्क है.
सबसे बड़ी mystery तो वो है कि that बच्चा किसका है? And she's so convincing with everyone.
But see, the point is they all are giving into the blackmail because they all are very guilty somewhere.
They're guilty, but she comes across as someone who's virtuous. That she's not asking anything else except for maintenance and all those stuff, which is really interesting.
सबने जितना पार्टिसिपेशन किया उनको उतना परसेंटेज तो कंट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ेगा. It's a community child. It's a community child.
All right. Okay. So, Raj, you've done so many, I think, amazing characters. How important is it for you to just come up with characters which surprise you as an actor, and which, but once it is done and when you see it and you say that yes, in my filmography I can say that this one stood out. This one really had something that really sparkled and surprised me as an actor myself.
Yeah. No, it's very important. Sometimes it's the character, sometimes it can be the script, the story, which can surprise you. And I always look for that in my films, whatever films I'm doing or I'm going to do. These are the two things I always look out for. Okay, either the character should really surprise me or challenge me, or the story. And sometimes the both of them come together, which is, I think, the bonus, which is the best part. Well, it pushes me, I think, to do better, to work harder. And I think that's the whole fun of being an actor, when you try something new in every film and try and grow with every character. Otherwise, I think just doing the same thing, it's very easy. People, there are a few things which that, okay, people like this, so let me keep doing this. But I think that for me personally, I think that's very boring. That's not why I am an actor. I really want to challenge myself. I know, play different characters. Sometimes you would pass, sometimes you would fail, but you need to try. You can't just be in that box, otherwise, and you'll never move forward. Otherwise, you have to keep pushing yourself and try and pick characters which can challenge you.
Both you and Huma, a lot is being said about the fact that the actors, the makers, they need to choose their projects correctly as far as which platform that it needs to be going on. Because we've seen decent films, but the fact that the makers maybe or the actors, they were so keen that it should be it should be coming on the big screen, and somehow it has not really worked for them for whatever reasons, because there's a lot of things which are playing right now, be it piracy, be it a lot of other things as well. Do you feel as an actor it's important to choose the platforms correctly for showcasing
Honestly, Faridoon,
work?
it's not in our hands. Like it was never, unless we become producer and we start deciding, nothing is in our hand, because it's someone else's money, someone else's hard-earned lot of money that they have put in. So I think it's their call. Of course, we all want our films to be seen, and it can be anywhere. It can be theaters, it can be OTT platforms. We make films so that people can watch it, and more people can watch it. But now I think the lines are really blurring. The kind of response we got for Monica, My Darling, it's equal to what I got for, say, Us 3 or a Bareli Ki Barfi. I think there's no difference as of anymore. Your films need to be watched, and that's why we make any art, so that people can see it, and if they like it, they would talk about it, and word of mouth would spread, and then more and more people would watch it.
Why I'm saying it is, I'll just give you one example that I just noticed. While researching for your interview, I just noticed that. So there is this lady that I follow on, say, Facebook. She's in US, and I think she's rather on the aged side. I don't think that she would be going to theaters maybe to watch a film, but she had great things to say about Monica, My Darling, and she had posted on Facebook. So the reach that maybe this film is having is like massive right now.
It is massive. Netflix is huge. It goes to 192 countries, and we are getting messages from Spain, from America, from UK, from Singapore, everywhere. You name it, and every country, people are watching it. It's trending on globally in top 10. I think that happens only because Netflix has that kind of reach, and Monica is that film that it's so universal in nature that people from any country would enjoy it. And so we are very thankful to this lady who is posting such amazing things about Monica.
All right, and Huma Qureshi is an OTT star.
Huma Qureshi is a star. Don't bracket her OTT or
no. I'm basically saying that the reach that she has got is massive.
No,
yeah,
thank
Maharani,
you.
of course, has given her that big jump.
Well, I would have wanted, like, say, Double XL to release directly on an OTT platform, honestly.
Coming out on Netflix in a couple of months. I mean, to quickly answer that question also, see, you make films for different audiences, and you, of course, you want them to have a maximum reach. We are living in times which are complicated, because I agree with you. There are a lot of, and I got that feedback as well. There are a lot of people from the older generation, that are scared to step out. Between 50s to 70s kind of a thing, who don't, or 40s even, I would say, who don't want to step out and watch something in the theater. Then we've just come out of a global pandemic. There are health concerns. There's a mental health crisis that is ongoing, that is being unaddressed right now, which nobody really talks about, but it definitely exists. So the viewing habits, the going out habits, etc., people definitely has changed. Coupled with that, what as an industry we have to look inwards and think about is, yes, we have to tell better stories. We have to make better films. And we have to make films that people like, because ultimately audience ही आपको बताती है कि उनको film पसंद आए कि नहीं. And yes, we also have to think about ticket pricing, because that is a huge concern. Today when you're competing with OTC pricing, where you take an annual subscription and you can watch and keep flipping multiple, content pieces from around the world. Here you are, we all have to collectively decide if we want, and we all want, we love going to the big screen and watching film. If we want that thing to not just sustain, but to really thrive and to grow even more, then we have to really think about it and look inwards and address that concern. That how do we make sure that more, and we make it like cost effective for families and middle class families especially, to be able to afford to go multiple times to a theater in the same month. That's how the business will really.
No, absolutely, and piracy too. The people who are watching like a Friday release in local trains, and they're watching like a Monica, My Darling as well. Huma Qureshi or Monica, who has a better sense of humor?
Huma Qureshi any day.
Yay! You're the best.
Murder or mohabbat, what is more enticing?
Mohabbat.
The 90s kid.
Okay. Can an alibi be a good friend?
Yeah.
And one can trust him as well, him or her?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Your favorite song of R.D. Burman apart from Monica?
R.D. Burman, Mehbooba oh Mehbooba.
Radhika Apte in a hashtag.
Super talented.
Okay. You're a favorite actor of Shanaz Gill. So would you like to work with her some stage? She wants to.
Of course, I think she's got this great comic timing, and she's very unique. I think she's very sweet. Yeah.
All right. Radhika Apte and Netflix are a perfect couple because
they both make great content.
Okay. Okay. And anything that you wanted to tell Huma Qureshi that you have not told her yet, if you can tell her now, right now?
Yeah, I want to tell her that please ring the bell and come home. Me and Patra are waiting.
Missing you guys. I'm coming soon. I'm shooting, but I'm missing you guys a lot. And I hope you've got a gift.
A lot of gifts. Come.
Coming.
What is the one question that you'll surely would want to ask Nicole Kidman?
Oh, I didn't ask. I've asked her already. I offered her food from Salim's.
That you've done in Monica as well.
Yeah, basically my other part-time job is to be like a brand ambassador for my father.
Salim's, yeah.
What is your favorite dish from Salim's?
Mine? The mutton kebabs and the nihari.
What is the most honest part about Monica, according to you?
Wow, her dignity. I think no matter what life throws at her, and no matter how much other people try and destroy her, or demean her, or call her names, she never loses her dignity as a person. So I think that's what I really like in her, or admire in her.
Okay. What does Monica like more, dancing or playing with men?
Tough.
Make men dance. I think.
Make men dance. That's a good one. Yeah. Make the men dance on her fingertips.
Your all-time favorite R.D. Burman song apart from Monica?
But Chura Liya Hai?
Chura Liya, okay.
That one. I can't sing, that, so don't ask.
Your all-time favorite dark comedy?
Dark, so many. Andhadhun, I mean, of course. So many. But Andhadhun, I would say.
Okay. Amongst your filmography, where does Monica rate as an actor?
I mean, it's tough. I can't rate my own work, but I would say it's right up there. It's right up there.
I think it's her best work till date.
Oh, thank you. Raj, always call all your characters with M. M is lucky for you.
Yeah, Monica, Mohsina in Wasipur.
So I'm going
to characters with M.